So in high school, we had to do it was called Giving Back to the Community, a senior project. And we had to volunteer for 40 hours, and that was pretty much it. So what I ended up doing was volunteering at the YMCA with the Livestrong Foundation and tied it into my grandfather who had recently passed away, John Quebec. Tied it in with golfing and wanting to give back more so to the Livestrong Foundation and started the golf outing.
My dad was a workaholic, so he golfed 7 days a week, so that he traded work for golf. So that was his job to do. And Cody learned how to golf and golfed with him, you know, as he was growing up. So at Seven Springs, that's where my parents live. That's where we decided to have it.
And I've known Cody since he was 6, so when he came to me and asked if he could be a part of it, we made a volunteer position for him. I mean, he's like one of my own kids. And from that point, it wasn't as big as it was now. JK helped purchase some equipment for us. They helped purchase their own graduation. At the end of every 12 weeks, they get a cake and they get t-shirts, like one of these t-shirts JK buys.
I would definitely say that we all thought that it would just be a one and done type thing. Just do the project, get an A, and just be done with it.
Blown away that we could even accomplish that in one day. Wanting to provide a great day for people. Everyone knows someone that's been either dealing with cancer, has lost somebody to cancer, battling it. Everybody knows something, and it doesn't affect one person, it affects all ages.
After the golf outing, everyone was asking, when next year, when are we doing this next year? And we all kind of looked around at each other collectively and said, okay, guess we're gonna keep rolling this into a yearly type basis.
A big blow. Cody had just graduated. We were just excited. He was just accepted at Florida Gulf Coast. And in the same year, we were tormented. Oh my God, I have to tell this kid that I have cancer. Went through chemo, radiation, and it was a year, one good year out of my life. But during that year, the golf tournament came up, and it was like, wow, my whole family, we're canceling it, friends. We're canceling it. There's no way. I said, oh, absolutely, positively not. It's not about me, it's about others.
All right, the Livestrong at the YMCA program has been here since about 13 years now, and the JK Cancer Fund has supported for this will be 10 years this year, and it's been amazing that we have a funder in the community that is dedicated to cancer survivors. The Cancer Survivor Program was created by Lance Armstrong through his foundation, and all of our staff went through training through the Livestrong program. It's a 12-week program that helps survivors and their families recover from going through cancer. And so during that 12-week program, they're connected to other cancer survivors. They come here twice a week. The family is allowed to come with them as well. They get a free membership to the Y. And what the JK Cancer Fund does, and once the 12 weeks program is over, they then provide them with a one-year membership from that point on, so that family can continue to use the YMCA.
Beat-In-B is a parent-founded and parent-led organization that focuses on childhood cancer research, specifically solid mass tumors. We started with neuroblastoma, and we've expanded to a few other kinds of cancer as well. There was a woman locally whose son had neuroblastoma, Anthony, and he actually died. And Nikki wanted to do something in his memory and talked to Sue and said that she would like those dollars to go to Beat-In-B and the work that we're doing. The money from JK Cancer Fund helped to fund a clinical trial that we hope is stopping kids from relapsing from neuroblastoma. It's really important because a huge amount of the funding for all childhood cancers comes from parent-led organizations and advocates. It's not from government or pharma. So these kind of dollars have a real and fast effect on kids who are actually fighting cancer today.
Madison is 8 years old now. We started coming here when she was 5 on Christmas Eve. To hear that your kid has cancer was not a fun thing. It was not what we expected. 2.5 years of treatment. Her treatment today is actually her last IV chemo treatment, and on April 11th will be her last pill to be taken. So it'll be a total of 2.5 years. I think today my husband counted we're at day 762. If anybody knows, a healthy child hates to sit in a room for 10 hours. Now you're in a room where you're trapped to a bed. It makes it even that much more difficult. They're just keeping up the spirit. I mean, kids can get so depressed so fast, and it's amazing. I wouldn't have thought that before, but looking at her and how she was here, it just seemed to, her spirit started to decrease. She couldn't play with her friends, the isolation alone, and to have people come in and bring outside to inside, to the room, to get them out of the room to the lobby, to go to the playroom, it's extremely important because that is half the battle. I mean, the medicine works some, but you have to be able to be in good spirits and positive to keep you going forward.
We're here at Cheval Country Club and in recognition of JK Cancer Fund. The mission of the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation is to fund scientific research. We partner with 24 hospitals across the country. We're aiming to find less toxic, more therapeutic treatment for pediatric cancer patients.
We've been so blessed by the support of JK Cancer Fund now for over 8 years. They partnered with us on our Cheval Cares 5K. In our inaugural year, they came in and now have stepped up all the way to co-presenting sponsorship. We honor children that are battling cancer. And what's really special about JK partnering with us is they get our mission. We're on the same team. And we both obviously want a cure for pediatric cancer.
Sue and family, the JK family, they're so invaluable. I mean, over $25,000 in the last several years. That money goes a long way. It costs $15,000 for one patient to receive one treatment in a hospital. It's extremely expensive. When we do a trial, we require 15 children on a trial. So the money adds up. So every penny counts. So when you're out enjoying what you're doing to support JK Cancer today, keep in mind that those dollars are going a long way.
We wanted to make sure every penny we earned goes back to all the charities that they pick. We do not want to have to pay anyone. Anyone who works on it is doing it. They are donating their time, their services. We have no administration costs.
This year is 10 years. I am blown away that I still have the same support every single year. Volunteers, golfers, sponsors, they email me 6 months ahead of time. When is it? What's the date? I want to put it on my calendar. I have to make it.
For 5-6 years, cancer was in our family every day. For 5-6 years, we were just battling it. So this day has special meaning for all of us. We're lucky to be able to do this. We feel blessed we could give back to a community like this, and we're lucky.
Through JK Cancer Fund, they're able to provide the support that these patients need and that their families need in order to get through an extremely difficult time. So, I could be here all day talking about the specific things that they do for these families and for these patients, but really it's just understanding that patients with cancer and families with cancer cannot go through this alone. They need the support. Through just meeting people who have been directly impacted by JK Cancer Fund, you can see just how much it means to them and how much it makes their battle just a little bit easier.